Chains or
That
fire,
sounds like
very
maces
good
to me.
healing sun. It's a scimitar.
Oh, it's a scimitar?
Oh, scimitar.
Nice.
That's pretty bitchin'.
Stritzed.
So scimitar does 1d6 for damage. Crit on, what is it, 19 through 20 or 18 through
18 through 20.
Yeah. So that's a good weapon. And then as far as ranged weapon...
Damage dealt or healed is equal to 1d6 points of damage plus 1d6 points of damage for every 2 cleric levels beyond the first. I still don't understand this level thing, if that's my actual 4th level or if that's my, 2 level. I don't understand this level thing.
You'll work it out. It'll take some
Character level and spell level. That's the important
I think that's the spell level.
Well, cleric is my class, so it's neither one.
No, she's reading a class. That's class
Read
level.
Oh,
part
that's
again?
class level?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was reading a
The
spell.
amount of damage dealt or healed is equal to 1d6 points of damage plus 1d6 points of damage for every 2 cleric levels
2 cleric
beyond
levels. You
the
have
first.
4.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 3 beyond the first.
Mm-hmm.
So you only get 1d6.
1d6. To channel.
If you want to channel.
That's all I can do.
It's great.
So they take a whole 2 points of damage.
To this one?
Undead, though.
Any of them within 30 feet of me.
Non-good creatures.
30-foot radius centered on the cleric.
I think.
No. Only evil.
Yeah, evil.
Only evil creatures.
Evil creatures, yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm screwed.
Yeah. Bard.
Troll. Kryptonite draws his crossbow. I'm not kidding. Runs to here and just blasts this guy in the face.
Make a roll for it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That is a 12 on the die. 12 on the die.
Plus,
Oh yeah, no, I'm serious about this crossbow. Plus 3. 15.
you need a 16.
Oh!
Aren't you inspiring courage?
I don't know if inspiring confidence works on me.
I believe it does.
I am trying to.
You need a plus
Roll
1.
check. Yeah. Bard, druid, humans.
It's good they made that book so easy.
Inspire courage.
In the quiet time, I must say, I normally hate bards, David, but you play it well.
He does.
I don't hate bards anymore.
I hate other bards, but David's is okay.
Verdict? It would be in the description. Inspire courage.
Yeah, it says in his allies, including himself.
Okay.
Yeah,
16.
you can, yeah.
16.
16, you hit.
Oh yeah, I'm doing a d6 damage. Plus...
Only one if you have point blank shot.
2.
Fired up, dude.
That's...
2 with a crossbow.
A 5.
That's a
one-
6.
That's
You
a
rolled
6.
a skeleton.
A skull.
Yeah,
So you
skull.
take 6, 7, 8 points of damage.
You got a
Nice.
6
It's a
from
d6 plus 1 for my
crossbow.
courage.
Oh, so he's
And I have
small,
precise. Does precise...
too. He's small, too.
I have point blank and precise
point
shot.
blank gives you an extra point, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's plus 1.
Yes.
And then plus 1 for my inspiring courage.
Yes.
8 points of damage, Scott.
Yeah, 8 points.
Maximum damage.
So it's pretty good.
Yeah. Does it die?
No,
Oh.
it doesn't.
Oh.
Is it totally intimidated by my bardic power?
It is.
Yeah, dude. If I could sing in Sahuagin, I would.
You see that he...
I'm singing fish heads, roly poly fish heads, and I'm messed up, and I'm inspiring courage all the way around the boat.
Okay. Mouse.
Don't worry, Kryptonite. I'll teach you.
Is it Kaneho's turn or what?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll teach you.
I gotta
off.
snipe
I think that
this
was my
guy,
first
man. I
attack
gotta
roll
get
in
him,
3
man.
sessions.
Yeah,
Good
alright,
job,
dude. 28.
28.
And 7 points.
7 points. Dead? Dead?
Just enough.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
Boom.
there you
See,
go.
I killed him.
Very nice.
Alright, cool.
You're very lucky.
Rosie!
Quick.
Yeah, I have to go to the bathroom, so let me know if anything.
No peeing on these guys,
Purple.
man.
Stabilization check.
Okay.
Yeah!
Oh,
shit, dude. Damn, dude! I get psionics!
Never does that happen.
Wow, dude.
That's
Holy
huge,
shit, dude.
man. That's huge. You gotta be happy with
That's
that.
like,
Let me get the picture, dude. Let me get the picture. That never happens.
Damn,
No,
dude.
nat 100.
Nat 100, dude. She gets psionics, dude. She literally makes the ship float in the air to safety.
Oh, that's
What,
what was that roll all about?
I was just trying to get her on her feet to get her to stabilize. You know what? She was at -1.
Negative
She was
one.
at -1.
So
You-
she
you
would have gone
stabilized.
to -2, but she,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
she's
you-
got a great healing touch thing.
No,
where
I
she
know,
gets
I know.
automatically a D4
I just
if
didn't
they're
want her to
dying.
go anymore, so.
She's not going anymore. Bree, are you gonna heal her?
Well, it doesn't sound like I need to.
Yeah, with the highest one, she like regains, doesn't she? That would be under dying. Who's got a book? Give me a
No,
book.
she's got the great. She can touch him for a D4 plus level.
Well, hang on. No, he just rolled the max on
Yeah.
the
This whole level
stabilization.
thing is way too confusing because, like, I don't
I'll
understand
go
why I
through it.
didn't do.
You'll get into it. You'll get
But I
into
don't
it.
understand why I didn't do 2d6 worth of damage.
Because it doesn't count your first level. So
But
when
if
you,
I'm 4,
Okay.
yeah, but it doesn't count your first level. So it's only counts 2, 3, and 4, and it's every 2 levels.
okay, so
I think she actually
And
does get
3
2d6
is
because
two levels.
she gets one at first, and then she gets one at third level.
yeah.
So she actually
And I'm
should have
already
gotten
4th
2d6.
level, so I don't understand.
Yeah, she should have gotten 2d6. Yeah,
Oh, see, that's not how
David
it was
did
just
weird
read.
math.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get 2d6.
So remember that for
Right.
next time, but that'll
Alright.
definitely help. You know.
Combat.
So what happens with the D100?
But I don't understand how
I think
you
it was
can
actually supposed
stabilize.
The skill.
It's
yeah,
a skill.
Yeah.
It's
And
under-
also, you have a chance to auto stabilize when you're down.
That's-
So it's not actually. him
You're way better at
It's
it.
not.
but you
It's
can
not
do it
me.
much
It's
cooler
I'm up in the crow's nest.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't stabilize her. She just
She did
kind
it
of
herself.
stabilized
Yeah.
herself. You know. I guess she kind of woke up and then
It clotted.
tied it off or something.
No, it clotted. That's
That's probably the best way to say it. Yeah.
disabled, dying.
What about the shark?
Sharks just swimming
Sharks.
around your boat, and then it goes underwater. You don't
okay.
see it again.
So we're treating the natural 100 as a nat 20 because it was supposed to be a d20.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. On a natural 20, it is an automatic success. Wait.
Are you jumping the shark?
No, Dave is. He's riding the shark to safety.
So she just became stable on her?
She just stabilized. You need to heal her if you want, unless you want her to go
Well,
to the wayside.
Because she's. I mean, we can literally just bed rest her now at this point.
She's basically at 0 right now. You know what I mean? She can't do anything strenuous.
The crew doesn't know that, so the crew just saw, or heard that she got stuck with a trident.
Well, what about these other 2?
The other two, they
The
don't
red
know.
shirts are
Yeah.
dead.
I was actually running over to this guy
Tapes.
to take a look.
Yeah, okay.
So I was trying to see if can you do heal untrained or no?
I don't know.
I wouldn't imagine that you could. That wouldn't make a
I
lot
don't
of
get
sense.
heal until, like, way late.
It would be like you could hurt the person.
No, you're talking about the spell. We're talking about the
Oh.
skill.
Yeah.
As a cleric, you pretty much you get heal as a class skill.
So I mean, but
so
it's
I'm just gonna
completely
see
up to
is
you.
he still breathing, Scott?
No, he's not.
Okay, so he's dead then.
Dead.
All right.
Both of Oh, just that one.
So I call it out. This one's down.
Yeah, and this one is definitely dead.
Did Rosie die, or?
No,
She's stable right now.
She's stable,
but we got to
but
get her to.
no one knows that. Bree's the only one by her right now that can either. Well, you're by her too. So, I mean,
Right, and we both know that in her last dying breath, she does make me captain of the ship.
does she?
Yeah, because she needs the ship to really rally behind a great, strong captain.
Okay.
Kryptonite. I had a chance to kill her and didn't.
Well, that's because you weren't captain. She's at 0 hit points or she's dead.
She's at 0. She's. I mean, she could be dead for all intents and purposes.
I will cast Cure Light Wounds.
All
on
you
her.
gotta do is give her a curb stomp, and you can change the whole game.
I give her 6 hit points.
You know? Oh wow! Look at that.
Cure
Okay.
Light.
So, okay.
I sing her a healing lullaby.
Okay.
Kill the poor is my healing
Wow, you
lullaby.
used to actually like gain. Maybe I'm thinking of 4th
The
edition.
Ramones, really?
Where you would like.
You
That's
are.
4th edition.
You are. That is 4th.
Yeah,
I
okay.
remember
The
that.
Ramones,
Okay.
really?
Yeah.
She's just
So
stable,
she's
but
at-
she's still unconscious.
But he heals.
No, I give her
so-
6.
She's at
okay,
6.
then
You know
yeah,
that
she's
song
up.
won't
It
leave
starts
my
from
head for like a
-1,
day
so
and a
she's
half,
got
right?
5, then she regains consciousness.
So, anyone gonna Gygax the bodies?
Of course.
Yeah.
Gonna what?
That's what we do.
Loot the bodies from the
Oh.
real
Bodies. Yeah.
Extensive checks including
Sorry, but I'm not
cavity
into
searches.
that.
You see Kaneho come down and put on the rubber gloves, man.
If you're gonna be in our crew, you
No,
better
the best thing. Literally, I was playing with this group, and we found this like room that was just covered in blood because it's where they were doing all the murder and stuff like that. And there's this pool of blood at the bottom. And the guy in the group that was playing a necromancer was just like, "I'm totally gonna check the pile of blood for stuff." Goes diving into this and comes up with a magic ring.
Nice. That's badass, dude.
Nice.
Speaking of magic rings, man, you should probably liberate Scaredy Pants' magic ring.
No, he just needs some time.
Yeah.
No one's really sure.
You look like you're trying to make a half shark there.
He needs a little bit of time. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
It's
Yeah.
just, he's there next to me, so I'm gonna just, hey, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you right? Snap out of it. They're all dead.
We need the battle clapper.
You just hear this horrific wail from him that whalebone pick is coming. Whalebone pick is coming.
No, a gong, dude. We hit a gong instead of a
pick
bell.
is
Whalebone
coming.
Pick is coming.
Boom.
Whalebone.
This is my favorite prestige class from Forgotten Realms, and I'll never be able to play it.
So,
Yes, I know. I'm familiar with that. Yeah, that was actually in
The Cancer Mage.
That was in Dragon
the
Magazine.
Cancer Mage.
It was also in the Liber Mortis, I think.
Yes, it was in a Dragon Magazine. They put it in Libris Mortis, and yeah,
Yeah, it would
It's
go
so
in that
bad.
book.
It's got some gross but really thematically
like
cool
pustules
abilities.
and shit that pop.
I can only imagine.
Like you literally collect diseases and they live inside you, and
Insect
you,
armor.
you can talk to them, and you can like attack people with them.
Viral
Like
agent.
you're like syphilis, and like I shoot a ray of syphilis at you.
Viral ally.
What was the one game created? You know the one I'm talking about, right?
Oh, Savage or something like that?
No, it wasn't Savage. He had
The one that had the anal circumference check?
yes.
What?
He and Josh did a dramatic reading of one of the most inappropriate game systems I've ever heard in my
what did
entire
you find?
life.
So you're the one who searched the bodies. Yeah, you.
I'm still cradling Rosie.
Come back over.
Lullaby.
You're cradling Rosie.
Non-stop lullaby.
You're going through the
I'm in
bodies.
the
You're
crow's nest
searching
trying to
this
slap
guy.
this guy around and get him back on his feet. Whalebone Pick is coming. Those are his
Yes, that's all he keeps saying is whalebone pick. You find this trident, which doesn't look like the other tridents. It looks very magical.
Trident fight.
Trident fights.
You're like Brick from Anchorman.
Yeah, did you kill someone with a trident?
Yeah. There was a hand
What's that?
grenade.
It's a gun
and I killed
from the
guy with a
future.
trident. Yeah,
And-
Brick, I saw that.
And the rest of the stuff is just mundane. But everyone, give me a nature.
I identify the trident.
That or history, if you want history.
Oh no, I think I'm really good at nature too.
You identified what?
I'm identifying the trident, and I have a 22 on the check.
It's a +2 trident of returning. You can throw it.
And it teleports back to you. Lovely. Also, if you ever lose
32.
32. So, the
It's a plus
Sahuagin
you trident of what?
returning.
Oh.
The Sahuagin, you know, to be these ravenous and cruel creatures that are they're one of the they're one of the most prosperous oceanic races. They've built great cities, but the thing is, they're all really, really deep. They are not supposed to be around these shallow waters. It just doesn't happen, especially in the Shackles area. So you are very, very disturbed by their presence here in the Shackles. It doesn't make any sense. And good job avoiding that trap, because you guys would have went on that other boat. Mm-hmm. They would have climbed on your boat, taken off on your boat, killed your crew, and left you with this piece of shit.
It would have been more tempting if it was a merchant boat, but it was a fishing boat.
Right.
We were good.
Yeah. Left you with a piece of crap fishing vessel.
Hey, we have our pimped out third sail Haven ride. So
Yeah. But, I mean, you almost lost your ship. You realize that. You're like, holy crap. So you are very disturbed by these creatures being around, and it makes no sense to you whatsoever.
Bree, be careful what weapon you have, because certain weapons you actually can't use. Your deity will actually not be happy with you. Like a trident,
they have
for
the
example.
trident. Do they have
I don't
any other...
think you can actually use a trident unless you worship like a
some water
god or something like that. Water deity.
So the trident,
Besmara, probably.
So the trident is one thing. Do they have like any coin or any gems or any?
Well, I don't know. I'm neutral, and the class that can
give me
use
a
a trident
D10
is
roll.
neutral, so I don't know if that means anything.
That
It doesn't say
matter.
specifically
It has
I
to do
can't.
with your god, your deity.
It doesn't.
10. Yeah,
all
there's
it tells me
a
is their
gem
portfolio and
on
domains.
the main one that's worth 100 gold.
I don't know where to like.
The weapons are under cleric, though. If you look under
So you might
cleric,
wanna
it'll
write that
tell
down.
you. I believe it's simple
No.
weapons.
Gem worth 100 gold.
Gem worth 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, read under cleric and it'll tell you like the weapons you can use. The only difference is that according to your deity, you can use some weapons.
That's
Like
Mara.
apparently you can use a scimitar. Most clerics can't use a scimitar, I don't think. But
No,
since
that's
you
right.
worship the sun, if that's what you want,
Literally every deity is different.
No, trident is martial, so
Well,
cleric probably
you get
Yeah.
you get a basic set. Somewhere.
as a cleric, you get the basic set,
Yeah, you
and
get
then your deity gives you, like an extra
weapon and armor proficiencies. So
right there.
it's
Scimitar.
all simple weapons.
All simple.
So in the weapons section of the book, there's a chart that says simple weapons. So anything on there, you're automatically proficient with.
you gonna bust open that cake or what, man?
Plus whatever your deity.
Bust it
lets you
open.
have. And,
Get that-
and a scimitar isn't a simple weapon.
Where are
So,
weapons
so
at?
you know you've got the cursed Starbucks
Weapons?
here on the
Are
corner?
they under magic items?
Like on the
No.
next corner back, there's two
It'd be under like
Starbucks.
equipment
Yeah.
or something.
There's no lines at all. There are tons of parking, fantastic Starbucks.
And the one downtown's pretty good too.
Yeah, this one here is cursed. There's
yeah.
no parking.
I know.
It's the world's worst Starbucks.
You are very
How late are we going tonight?
Up to you guys.
Weapons is
You guys
140.
let me know. What time is it?
Right now it's 4.
4. So you guys let me know. I'm fine with whatever.
I don't care.
You don't care? David, you got anywhere to be?
No.
Weapons.
Kids start school tomorrow, but they're currently at the zoo. So how about 6? We go for another hour 50?
Yeah, sounds good.
I want a blowgun.
Are you
Sorry,
proficient?
I don't know. Sounds cool.
Right? I would like to see a cleric use a blowgun.
That's more like a witch doctor weapon.
Druids do that.
Shamans.
Druids use blowguns. Another reason why druids.
It's not very cleric-y. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't know. I never got the whole can't use this weapon as a cleric thing.
Well, I think it's cool how it has to do with deity. Like
I do too.
It's
I like the
innocent.
flavor of
In
it, but I
first-
don't like the actual. I mean, the
No, I
thought
know.
behind it is.
in first and second, you were screwed. Okay.
blowgun
In
is a
third
simple
edition is
weapon.
when they started the whole deity thing. Okay, because I remember like one of the first characters I made was like a cleric of Cord. And
Hey.
Cord is all about war, and it's like
Mhm.
I get to use a great sword. That's bitching as a
Yeah.
cleric. You can't beat that.
But only because clerics couldn't for 2 editions. You know what I'm
That's what
saying? It was like
man,
the...
yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the 2 editions that you couldn't, they tried to make sense of it by saying you couldn't use a blood
To draw
you could only
blood.
use a bludgeoning weapon. You
Yeah,
weren't allowed to
that's
draw
stupid.
blood.
You can't draw blood. Oh, come on.
Yeah, if I hit something in the head hard enough with a mace, guess what happens?
blood.
I draw blood. Oh, I'm sorry. There's an exception for busting a head until the white meat shows.
Geez, gold.
No, but
and
that, in
silver.
first edition, that was a house rule. People house ruled that all the time. That, like, if your god was Apollo, you could use a bow or whatever. Do you remember when your deities were Greek gods?
Oh, yes,
That went up for a long time,
The
man.
entire deities and demigods book. They all
That's
show
what it
up in
was,
there.
man.
Well, but also the Egyptian gods and the Norse
Yeah.
gods.
Well, Hecate was the big one. Like, I'd never heard of her
and
before
the
until that
Cthulhu
book.
gods were in the first edition.
Yeah. Quixotle and stuff like that. They were all in there.
But I never knew that.
They were
I mean, like,
all in there.
when I learned Greek mythology, I never learned about Hecate. Like, I never learned about those goddesses or whatever. There were a whole bunch of ones I never heard of.
Like carrot cake on pumpkin pie?
Uh-huh.
I'm
No,
sorry.
spice cake.
I'm sorry, but
spicy.
cord is all I need.
Yeah, it's all about cord, man.
Besmara, you guys, I keep dropping the.
But
she is the
cord is the
god of pirates.
Cord is the best.
But Scott, you have to understand, for me and Salty, he's got backstory.
Well, yeah, because and you weren't the original. Yeah, I get.
Fired up, Chase. You put cheese on, or cheese slices of cheese on top
Okay,
of it
so
too?
did I tell you the full story of
What?
Salty?
Dude, I don't do that on normal.
He was okay. So I
Why
got
would
Salty
you
at
do
level
it?
1
No.
as a pre-gen. I randomly
We
jumped
practiced
into
something
a
before,
Pathfinder
and
game with Mouse
Apple pie
at a
is
con in LA
so
like
good.
2 years ago.
Cheese.
And I'm like, oh, I'll play this gunslinger. He looks cool, and it was kind of a water-based game. And I'm like, oh,
Cheddar
name
cheese
him
on
Salty,
apple pie.
you know. And
Yeah.
I ended up playing him for
People
like
do it.
6
I'm not a
games,
huge
and I ended
fan.
up really loving the character.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm like, dude, I don't want to make a new one. I want this to be Salty. So the idea is that Salty was in the Pathfinder Society. He was out doing
It's a little
things,
blowout, man.
and he happened to be in Port Peril one night,
Oh,
and he happened to be in this bar,
that's awesome.
and he happened to get beaten over the head and gets amnesia.
So, how's
So-
pie cake?
David got
So
poisoned.
yeah, I'm
Do you want coffee?
So,
yeah,
so,
we need coffee.
so it's the same Salty. It's just that he forgets his previous life.
I'm just gonna make a French press. Who wants coffee?
Not me.
Not me.
Just okay.
What's wrong with you people? There's pie. Did you
Yeah?
guys not watch Twin Peaks?
I don't drink coffee, period.
What?
Yeah.
I've never seen Twin Peaks.
You've never watched Twin Peaks? It's on Netflix, man. Watch Twin Peaks.
Okay.
It's absolutely fantastic. It jumps the shark a lot and then comes back a little bit, but not far enough.
It jumps the shark, swims back around, jumps it again.
It seems like it's going back in the right direction, and then it just falls. It's actually quite tragic because it's so good at the beginning. Like the first 3, maybe 6 episodes are so good, it's unbelievable.
I think I was around 10 to 12 when it first came out.
That's about right.
When did it premiere? Late 80s?
I think early 80s.
I'm gonna guess 84, maybe 86,
Then I was like 5.
86.
Don't talk to me about anything that.
I'm guessing. I
I
don't
don't
really
think
know.
so. Because I remember it far better than being 10.
There's another one where I'm the youngest guy in the room again, isn't it, Scott?
I'm guessing late
There's
80s.
another one where I'm the youngest guy in the room again,
It
isn't
is.
it?
It is.
89? I really don't know. Yeah, you're right though. 86. That would have been senior. Probably after 86.
It was
Man, I
April
thought it was-
April 8th, 1990.
Yeah, I would say it was way after I
Oh,
was
wow.
10.
Close.
Yeah.
So I was 10, almost 11.
The soundtrack, like if you like TV shows that have great soundtracks, like the music, it is without a doubt the greatest soundtrack in the history of television.
What is?
Twin Peaks.
Yeah, that's weird stuff, man. Let me tell you, dude.
But it gets so stupid, like halfway through. There's only what 2 seasons of it or 3 seasons?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
you
think
there's
can
not a lot of
need more help
episodes.
with the character.
And it's
Oh,
like
I'm still.
it's like
have
there's 6
nothing
great episodes,
sunk in,
then
so
6
I don't
kind of
know.
okay
We'll get there.
episodes, and then like 6 really bad episodes, and then 6 okay episodes.
But everything's weird though. The whole series is just.
Yeah, but
weird.
it gets stupid towards the end. I mean,
Have you ever played Pathfinder before?
No, just.
Is it episodic?
No.
3.0.
They're all
Very, very-
disjointed?
It's
I don't know,
very
Scott,
serious. It's
what
one
D&D
story.
did we play? 3,
Oh, so it is
4?
episodic.
Oh, okay.
Episodic versus serial.
So
Oh,
the hardest
okay,
character is
serial.
always the first
It
one to
is
make,
a-
especially if you're on a.
It is
Yeah.
a murder
like this.
investigation of a young
After
woman's
that,
building.
it actually
Especially
kind of makes more
Laura
sense.
Palmer, they find her body,
out at first
and
level
Agent Cooper from the FBI is
Yeah.
sent in to
More
figure out who
difficult.
killed
Yeah.
Laura
It
Palmer.
does. I mean,
That's the whole plot of the whole thing. And so there's some really, really great stuff. Like David Lynch is the master of small suburban town horror.
Yeah.
strong or weak?
You know, where like you're playing soccer. Strong is good. You're playing soccer with the neighborhood kids in the park, or you're cutting through the field to get to school on time. You can find a human ear, and that human ear is tied to a guy that was kidnapped so that his wife could be forced into prostitution. Like this whole thing unravels from his
Yeah, it's
ear
weird, man.
quickly. And so when it's done right, it's terrible. Like, you know, there's a scene in Fire Walk with Me, which is a movie prequel to the TV show Twin Peaks, in which Laura Palmer's killer is like hiding behind her chest of drawers in her bedroom, right?
Yeah.
So it's like the perfect girl's bedroom, you know, pink curtains and nice bed and everything like that, and you just kind of pass by real quick, and you don't even really notice that there's this like creepy homeless guy hiding behind her
You know
dresser,
what we were talking about? Like,
and he does stuff like that. Have you seen any David Lynch stuff?
I'd have to look at.
You need to see Eraserhead. He
Oh,
made the
God,
bad
dude.
version of Dune,
Yeah.
the Dune movie that came out with Toto soundtrack. He made that, which has moments of brilliance, but there's a lot of moments of real crap.
It's a weird, bad movie.
There's some good stuff, but it's so slow. and-
Make no. He's a genius in his own way.
I've seen Eraserhead.
Really is.
Based on,
Eraserhead is that's his best film, or his most. That's how he got famous.
The Elephant Man.
Elephant Man is not very. He's telling someone else's story.
Takes you 20
Dune.
minutes to add it all up.
Blue Velvet.
Blue Velvet is
Great.
very great. That's
Wild-
probably his
Wild
best
at Heart.
movie. Wild at Heart is Twin Peaks.
I don't get that game. She told me about it one time.
Then Twin Peaks Firewalk with me.
Yeah.
Lost Highway.
Lost Highway is great.
Yeah, that's
Very.
I've heard good things about Lost Highway.
Yeah, it's twisted.
The Straight Story.
The what?
The Straight Story.
I don't know what that is.
Right here.
Right.
Mulholland Drive.
Mulholland Drive is trippy.
I haven't seen that one yet.
It's just trippy.
And Inland Empire.
Inland Empire's unwatchable. It's more like Eraserhead. Very bizarre. People with rabbit heads talking in foreign languages, and it's about Slovakian prostitution rings.
Remember, anything before...
Ask David about
this
my
one?
niece playing D&D.
The straight story.
You introduced your niece to David
I
while
did.
playing D&D for her first time, I imagine?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was definitely her first time.
Congratulations, you turned somebody off at D&D for life.
No, who she was impressed by was that one little, that girl that was there that used to play with us.
And I don't have an invite to her wedding yet. I am trying so freaking hard, it's unbelievable. What is her name?
I
We've
forgot.
had this conversation recently where we can't remember her name.
Yeah.
Brian's friend.
I just thought her
boyfriend was
a
the
douche.
greatest.
He was a dick.
Oh,
Renee.
Not Priscilla.
she's on my Facebook, dude.
Drive out the window.
Yeah, you gotta have her on Facebook because she
She
worships
used to drive up
Dianetics.
from South Carolina.
Dude, I know.
Yeah,
Wasn't that Tiffany?
Tiffany.
Tiffany, yeah.
Good job, Chase.
Ravens,
There
yeah.
you
I
go.
remember, like-
Unmarried young man coming through for us, man. The rest of us been
Yeah, there you go.
freaking neutered. I mean, the fact that we can't remember her name is a bad sign, guys.
And you're trying to get to her wedding, that's even worse.
Oh, I'm so trying to get.
I
to
remember
her.
dude.
Because there's like so many issues. Like,
If you go to that, you gotta take pictures. Dude.
oh, dude,
Because you know
non-stop.
they're gonna be dressed up like the Clash of the Titans, like the Greek gods and goddesses,
Seriously?
dude. You know, yeah, dude.
Oh, you gotta know her.
Okay, so
Yeah.
she's part of
The god,
Aphrodite cult.
the goddess society of Orange County.
Yeah.
She's a part of this. I shit you not.
Mouse
Yeah,
went there. They
I
flew out.
went there years ago. I went there because it used to be right next to my work, and I kept seeing this goddess society, and I'm like, what is this, dude? I went in there on my lunch, dude.
It's right next
they
to
were
the
very
Orange
nice to
County
me.
Department of
Yeah, so
Education.
that sounds representative of
They
his
were very
film.
nice to me, but they very politely asked me to leave because I wasn't a female, and they were all about worship and female.
Why you were making fun of them?
But only the female deities.
Well, apparently they do worship the
Wait,
male deities too.
this is a
They're
Walt
not as
Disney movie.
prominent, I guess. I don't really know.
He's
Well, I know
a genius.
She does.
Right,
She
like
posted
you
on
look at the
Facebook
Dune
one
thing.
time
They
that she
gave him
was
so
having
much money to
problems
make
and
Dune.
she
It's
needed help from,
unbelievable. Like Dune's one of the most
Poseidon
expensive movies that
or
have ever made at that
Yeah.
time.
Remember that?
I'm having water.
Those records have been going out the window since then. But when he made Dune, he spent so much
You know
money.
me
on the
well
movie,
enough
it's
now.
insane.
It was
I actually
so
like that
hard
version.
for me
The
not to
original
respond,
theatrical.
dude.
Yeah.
I
Have you seen
wanted
his
to
edited
say-
version?
I wanted to say
Where
it's like
something
an extra
about my
hour
toilet
longer.
or my sink or my pool.
There's an edited
I just
version
I had
of
to
his.
stick
It's
my
better
foot in
than
my
the
mouth.
theatrical
It was
release,
so hard
but
for me, dude.
still really,
This
really
ain't nice,
well.
but no, I
I
only
mean,
met her like 2 or 3 times.
I don't mind long
Well,
movies. I
that
like
made
them.
it.
But I mean,
a
that's the
little
problem with
better
that Dune,
for-
right? Is that he
for
tried
me.
to be
The
too.
fact that Tiffany
um,
was there, and
he tried to tell the
she
story
seemed
that's
to
in the
really
book.
like Tiffany, like
So?
you know.
The story that's in the book is
I
very
can see how that
complicated.
would
I mean, you can't tell that story in 2
Just
hours.
look at Sonic.
I want to know how they're going to make a third Hobbit
Otherwise, it's
movie.
like,
Did you see the
who are
second
all
one?
these creepy guys, and why does that one
It's like, what is it, an hour and a half battle scene?
No, you have 3 plots that aren't in the book
Man,
that
some
have
of
to
those
be
people at
resolved.
Burgers, dude, I'm like,
Right?
when was the last time
You're right, dude.
Gandalf?
They feed into that nerd
The white
stereotype,
orc?
man. It's
No,
bad.
neither
that
was
the
like,
invaders?
my first time
Yeah,
encounter
the white
was
orc in that
Burgers
army,
Hobby.
like that's
Do you know
separate than the
Jacob,
Gandalf
the guy
and the
that-
battle with the
yeah,
necromancer,
yeah.
right?
He
Those
was
both
in,
have to be
like,
resolved.
the ratty,
And then the dragon. So you got
t-shirt
those
with
3.
the ratty button
Then you've got
down
the Battle of Five
yeah, not
Armies.
like that, just all
Yeah,
this in like.
that's gonna be in the book?
Excuse me.
That's in
He
the
was
book,
fucking
right? So it
like,
should be in the
his hair was all
movies.
messed up, he had
Right, and then you got the
like,
dwarf.
paper
We
on
haven't
the
Yes,
seen the
I
other
remember
dwarf
that.
Oh my
kingdoms.
god, you are the total
Right?
definition
I
of
This movie should have introduced the other
I was
dwarf
like,
kingdoms.
we were on
and
the
it didn't.
pencil right
So we've
here
got
and
this
stuff.
huge problem where the other Dwarven kingdoms are going to show up
He
demanding
might
their
have
share of
even
the
had a
gold.
pocket far.
You know, and they read the big mural that said, "This is the heart of the Dwarven kingdom, and we'll bring the Dwarven
One,
kingdoms
Yeah,
together."
yeah, yeah.
that whole
although
part.
the other two
That's gonna take at least an
the
hour
one
or
that
so
always
and
wears the
introduce
trench
it.
coat.
And then you've got
and the hat and stuff.
you've got Lake Town,
and then
you gotta resolve all that
comes in
stuff.
with his utility kill.
With the dragon attack there and Brand and all that, that's another hour.
There's times where
You've
it's
got
like,
3
I
hours
like
of
fantasy. I
movies.
love reading sci-fi.
Yeah,
fantasy,
but
and I
it's-
feel
I
like
haven't
a
read the
nerd,
book, I'll
and then
take
I
your word
look at
for it.
You've never read The
those
Hobbit?
movies where I'm just
Yeah.
like,
I've tried, but I can't make
The
it.
last one
Where
that
they
had
are in The
Lord of
Hobbit
Rings,
is
we did
literally
the
like
night
2/3
show,
of it. I mean,
and
so
my ass kicked in
the
Trivial Pursuit.
Smog's
And I'm
attack
like,
on Lake
I'm the
Town,
most normal one
the
in
death
the
of
room.
Smog,
Yeah,
and then the Battle of Five Armies. The Battle of Five Armies is
Funny part was the one
a
that I
large part of
got
the
that
book.
nobody else was getting. Like they could name so
the
and so,
five
so
armies
and
are
so
who?
who was some
Dude, the
so
trivia. I was
In the book, the five armies are
the
The orcs.
no, the dwarves take over the mines,
Dwarves.
right? So then,
All the production
so then Lake Town
I'm
shows
like,
up and
no.
says, "Hey, you promised us a share of our treasure. We want the treasure."
And
The
Throndur
dwarves basically
I'm like,
lock the mines up and say, "We're not giving you crap."
multiple times,
right?
Never read,
So
like,
then all the other dwarven armies show up and say, "Congratulations, we now get to share in the dwarven kingdom." And he's like, "No, we're not letting you guys in either."
So then they're
So
asking
they're,
these
but they're not
questions,
really on
and
the
I'm
human
just like,
side, but they're
yeah,
there.
this and this.
And then the elves show up and say, "Well, we get some of this too."
You promised
We had
us
this-
the.
it was,
But in the
Jack's
movies, they haven't promised the elves anything, so I'm not sure the elves are going to show
Some
up.
gals,
And then the other two armies are the
She knew what she was
orcs
doing.
and the
Better than
wolves.
me, man.
No, the Grey
I know,
Wolves.
dude.
Holy crap.
Eagles don't attack in the Battle of Five Armies.
Yeah, they do.
No. There's no eagles.
Yes,
The
there are.
lords.
Thorondor comes down with his army of eagles that he
I
has
know, but I do.
and actually turns the tide of the battle.
That movie.
I know.
I wanted to go home. I had work the next
Wait.
day.
I remember
The
at the
orc,
same
I don't
time
remember
you go,
the eagles
"That's
attacking in the Hobbit,
bullshit."
but maybe.
That's what I remember.
But why
Maybe
are
I made it up.
Why are they deciding to not share with the people that they've told that they'd share with?
In the books, they don't tell the people. They don't. In the movie, they very explicitly promise the people of Lakeview treasure. But just like when they promised Bilbo treasure, the only treasure he gets is the troll,
Dude, when I
right?
first heard they were gonna do,
He doesn't get to share in the dwarven treasure. That's their treasure. They're not sharing.
that troll.
Okay. I
Remember
really
when they
like
The
killed
troll
those
caves
trolls?
and he found the swords thing.
The only treasure Bilbo gets is that box they buried there.
Yeah.
He
And
gets
there's the,
1/13 of that
and
box.
there's the extra footage
Because
they're putting in.
the treasure that
So
that's
we're
the
gonna
dwarven
have,
treasure.
like,
No one
12
gets that,
hours
right?
of it.
So the
You read the book
humans
and
in
went out,
Lake Town
you're like,
assume they get
it's
that
like,
treasure.
come on, man.
But I'm like,
In the
I
movie,
think
he
in the
actually
movie when
promised
the dragon
something.
like fled the cave. I would have been.
Does that make
fine with
sense?
that.
So
I
now-
would've been good
now
even
Thorin's
with
gonna
the
look like a
movie.
true asshole
5
when he
minutes
says-
later, it's like I
It's
am
his
dead
treasure.
in the air.
dude.
It's his. There's no sharing. That's his treasure.
But he promised
You
it.
make that the intro to the next
Well,
movie.
I mean, he kind of promised to share in the
They will,
profits
they'll
and
go
restore
back.
the
Yeah,
glory and all
I
that kind of
imagine
stuff,
that,
but that's not in the movie. It was
It was too-
much more obvious that he was promising them a share.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I have to go on. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Cut it there. It's just-
In the book, it's very like he
changes
doesn't
they made to
explicitly
the book,
promise them
like
anything.
the
He goes lawyer on it.
Well, no, they more assume. Like if the dwarves take over, we'll get the restored commerce and trade, and everything will come
They totally
back.
changed Bar the book.
Right.
They made
He was
him.
a hunter, wasn't he?
He was the
was a
captain of the guards. He was
Oh,
the
that's
captain
right,
of the
he-
archers.
Okay.
In this movie, he's like a
The son of a.
he's a smuggler. He's a smuggler guy
You're
driving a boat with a big ballista. And it didn't even make sense.
Yeah, the master is
You know?
like this evil tyrant.
Yeah, dude. All this extra stuff, and I'm just, why are they doing this? You know.
Yeah.
But the worst part for
Lake
me,
Town they met. But have you heard the critical response?
the worst part for me
What?
absolutely was Legolas. The whole part where he's on the dwarfs and he's like, woo-hoo-hoo, and he's shooting arrows all around, balancing on the dwarfs, and I was
No.
like, oh.
I love how they tried to make him still look all young and stuff, and just couldn't quite.
Yeah,
pull it off.
I know.
Also, he had better armor in this one than he did in the
Yeah,
entire
I know,
Lord of the
Oh,
Rings.
he was so much better in this. No, but
Well,
that
no,
Tolkien
yeah.
fans,
That
like the
actually
hardcore,
makes
they love
sense.
it.
Yeah, that one.
Because he's in
They
the
think that this
kingdom,
movie hit it
he's with his
exactly where it
dad,
needed to be.
he's doing all this stuff with them, but then he gets exiled,
The theme
and he's
from
been hanging out
the
for the
book
last,
at all.
whatever,
At all.
80,
They-
100
Oh, is
years.
that what
They
happened?
argue-
He gets exiled?
Right, so Tolkien massively
He's not even in the
The
book.
Hobbit once.
I know.
Sure.
And had no.
No, but I'm
design
saying
design.
it makes sense from a
And
larger
they're arguing
perspective.
that
He
this
looks
movie
better
is
in
much
this
more
because
keeping
of
the vision
the
that
fact that he's in the
Tolkien
Elven Kingdom.
developed
Except
after
for
he
that,
read
the-
Lord of the
the
Rings. Like
actor
this is
looks
where the
older.
Hobbit.
And then Lord
I
of
don't
the
know about
Rings,
that. That seems
he's gonna
kinda
look a little
far-fetched.
more haggard because he's been out in the world.
I did. I read that
he's-
article and I thought that
he's
guy
on
was full of
fire.
shit, man.
I mean, he has a podcast for like 2.5
I
hours
know,
talking
but
about how good this
he's
is.
full of it though, dude. This guy, this professor of tokenology or whatever, he had this big article after the movie. He went out and saw it, I think, like the same night that we saw it. So he posted this big, huge article about it, like,
Oh, like
the
the
next
USA,
day.
yeah, USA
Like
Today.
the next day.
Oh no, Wall Street
And I
Journal
read it
was.
and I was like, this is a good article, but I think he's full of shit.
Yeah, he's a little. I agree. He's a
You
little
know?
too positive
Yeah,
on it.
Tolkien
My family
meant
woke up
it
when I
to be
opened
a
the door
kid's
to the house and they're like, "How was it?" I'm like,
His
"I read it
was just really
Dude, I flew home. Most people don't agree with. I mean, it's kind of like it's like Tom. If Mark Twain had gone back and started revising Tom Sawyer,
right.
right? an argument can be made that Tom Sawyer wasn't intended to be a children's story.
Going from the spectrum back
Since
there,
he
there was
never
nobody
did,
on the
you could
road.
say
Yeah.
it was intended to be a children's story.
Tolkien
Went back and revised it and had notes for additional revision.
He had notes for additional revision,
Yeah,
but
but not-
that was because he didn't like the fact that it didn't align with Lord of the Rings.
Right, the
as
history
well.
got out of it.
Yeah, so I mean, to say that, like, but when he wrote it as a kid's book.
For sure.
And the mood and the theme of this movie was not anything like what The Hobbit was, or at least what I remember reading.
No, I agree 100%.
Hey, all I know is a little
Oh, do you want
dwarf on elf action there,
Do
man.
you want
No, thank you.
Well, I was laughing at that because, like, you know, they got all
Are you not having coffee?
Arwen for loving the
I know, but the dwarf
long ladders.
Here's the problem. There are basically no women in Lord of the Rings. Like, you almost have to
That one
invent them.
chick isn't in Lord of the Rings?
Who?
That
Galadriel?
elf lady
Galadriel?
that Gandalf
She's
is in
there.
love with, or whatever.
She's
Oh,
there.
the one Gandalf? Oh, Galadriel is. Yeah.
She's there,
She's
but
not
she,
is,
but she has
Oh.
more. But she has more face
So
time.
Eowyn, because she kills.
Yeah, but the chick.
but
the
she's
chick
a
in
rare-
this latest movie.
She's a very rare character
Yes.
in Lord of the Rings.
She's
In
from-
the actual books,
Eventually.
The one who killed the
Rat.
Nazgul
Yeah, who
in
the hell is she?
Lord of the Rings.
Scott,
I think she
she's
might be
way
a
more
minor
present in the
figure
movies than she is in the
Untold
books.
Stories.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but
Because they're
that
like,
was
wait,
weird.
if we actually make this as written, there's going to be like 10 seconds of woman, and that's about it.
And then she just comes in and kills basically the king of all evil.
I know.
We literally have to
The
put.
one who stabbed the Nazgul, the big.
Well, they had all the drama with her in
in part 3.
We literally have to invent a fan fiction character to put in The Hobbit, otherwise there will be no one.
Right.
Oh, you're trying to Hobbit, yeah.
That's basically what.
Yeah, but that
it's a bro story.
That elf chick that they threw in there that was crap, dude.
She was fan
She's
fiction.
dead. She's so dead.
fan
Like,
fiction.
That's
in the
crap,
first
dude.
10 minutes of the next movie, she's dead.
Yeah, hopefully.
First 10
Oh, yeah, because the elves are going to be
she's
like, you
dead.
love a dwarf? Die.
No, let me get my drink.
No, she's going to feel guilty because
And I
she left
didn't realize
Legolas.
that Elrond for the longest time was only considered a half elf
Half-elf.
because he's got human blood. in him.
No, I don't think it's because he has human blood. I don't think he's like a half breed.
No, half elf applies to any
He
ratio.
chose
of,
to give up.
No, it's because he chose to
Yeah,
give up
yeah.
half of his elvenness.
That's what it
Oh, is
was.
that what it
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I've argued that Thomas knows this stuff, and he's
Yeah.
not actually sure, right? Because it's from the Silmarillion where this happens.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've tried to read the Silmarillion. It's
No.
like
No,
it's like dissecting Genesis. Like, did God create the world in 7 days?
It's the worst.
Define a day.
well, I thought until like last month that like the wizards were just like humans.
No,
And then I
no,
found
they're
out
from a
they were,
different
like,
realm.
Yeah.
Different.
No.
They're
They're
spirits.
They're Astari or Astari or something
Yeah, they're
like
like
that.
spirits that were sent
Astari,
down.
right?
How many wizards are on Middle Earth?
7.
5.
Oh no, it was
No,
5.
Five.
5.
Yeah.
It was 5. There's the
Radagast,
2 blue.
Sauron, and the 2 blue that we
yeah.
turned
Oh,
to
the
dark
two
side.
blue. No, they went into the desert kingdom where basically where all the Chinese people live.
Yeah, they turned to some kind of dark magic.
I don't
They
know
went
about
into the
that.
desert area. Yeah, I don't know if
No,
they.
they're dark. Gandalf won't talk to them anymore because they're evil.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, they turned to the dark side.
See,
I thought it was just alluded that they got lost or
Yeah,
something.
that's what
Gandalf
They
was the only
never
one that
really
stayed sane
filled
because
that gap
Radagast kind of
in.
lost
No,
his
they
mind.
just went
No, but
off
Sauron went
into a
evil.
new area.
But they're in the Silmarillion. It has Sauron selecting his team to take to Middle Earth, and they make him take Radagast. Like, he's like the pretty good wizard. Gandalf's the #1 wizard. The 2 blue guys are like the shock troopers. They're like solid, good wizards, right? So you're going to take these guys, but you need another guy. Who are you going to take? And like Radagast is his last pick because he's this clown.
But Radagast is the
Oh, he's
greatest
the best
wizard
part of
ever.
that movie.
I love that guy, dude.
And that was after Sauron had already turned dark, right?
Right.
That's when
They
back.
go
So-
to get him.
But he was of the same race, so there's like 6 of them. Then.
Right. He's yeah.
No, the Astari were on Middle Earth before Sauron. Before
wizards were here first?
Yeah, the wizards were here, and then they were meddling in the affairs of the first elves. And they weren't liked by the elves at that time. And then it went through a bunch of
Well, they
things.
even used to be shape changers, and then that's
Wait a second. So
When they
why
became
is
wizards.
Sauron? Why is Sauron here?
Sauron is from... Sauron is the creation of Ungoliant, who gave birth to Shelob.
Mm-hmm.
And Morgoth.
But he starts out as. Yeah, pretty much.
I thought he came to Middle Earth to take over.
No, Ungoliant and Morgoth tried to take over Middle Earth.
But Sauron starts out as the.
No. This is before Sauron.
Yeah, but he's the when he gets there,
he starts off as the necromancer.
And then
No.
okay.
He's already been overthrown once.
Yeah. He
In
was
the Second Age. They kill him.
Right. So you have Ungoliant and Morgoth, and they decide to try to take over Middle Earth.
Okay.
Well, they're turned back by the elves. This is in the First Age.
Okay.
Remember, the Fourth Age.
But so
is the Age
Gandalf
of
and the wizards are not here yet.
The wizards were already there, and the elves thought that the wizards brought Ungoliant and Morgoth there.
Gotcha.
And that's why they didn't like them. And then the Second Age rolled around. That's when the dwarves were created and all that other stuff in the beginning of the Second Age. And Morgoth and Ungoliant, realizing that now they really couldn't take over, they decided to have kids.
Gotcha.
So they had Shelob.
Okay.
They gave birth to Shelob somehow. Ungoliant was a giant spider, though. She was.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It makes... Yeah, so it's basically this... It's like Sauron and Shelob having sex, basically. And then they gave birth to Sauron. And Sauron tried... Yeah, Sauron tried to take over
with the ring
world
trick.
with a ring trick, and then that got
his ass
repelled.
kicked.
Yeah,
And
then the Third Age
years
was this nice, quiet age where nothing happened, and then all of a sudden, the Lord of the Rings happened.
Gotcha.
Well, that's what we need to focus on. Then they need to make a movie about that and just have elven pie and dwarven whatever like they do at Denny's. If you see their menu, they have like woodland berry pie.
Did you hear about the cheesecake? Or no, the French toast.
The French toast.
So they
I had it.
The French toast is unreal.
They like lemon poppy seed cake. They slice off a big slab of lemon poppy seed cake and fry it with egg, like French toast, right?
Wow.
And then pour Shire sauce on top, which is like,
basically honey. And it's like a mixture of honey. There's a berry in it.
Thomas got it in. You were putting on calories just by looking at it. Like it was resonating sugar.
Did he get the Bard's coffee with it?
I don't remember Bard's coffee.
Bard's
man.
coffee.
I just remember the Shire French toast just made me nauseous.
Wow.
It was too much for me.
When it's it's like a frosted lemon cake.
Yeah.
Fried for breakfast. I mean, if you're at fair, maybe. But
I know what I'm making next time for dessert.
every time I go to Denny's, it's always cheese month or bacon month.
Bacon.
And they got
It's
like
always bacon month.
shakes
Always,
and
dude.
bacon.
Isn't
Always.
every month bacon?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Shouldn't every month be bacon
Their
month?
bacon is horrible. It's a crime against swine.
You don't tell me you're one of these bacon guys.
He is.
Oh,
He's a
God.
bacon.
Okay, so
No.
let's review, man.
Are you bacon
The
purist?
best bacon in the world comes from
Germany.
Fish?
Canada.
No.
Well, actually, you have a point there. He does.
So when they put the maple on it?
Canadian bacon.
And where do we stand on Canada?
Blame Canada.
Blame Canada.
Blame Canada.
What was it? One of the Bonds had like this guy swindling a Canadian secret agent. I'm like, what the hell is she protecting? Hockey stats and maple syrup recipes?
I know.
That episode of
sorry.
Archer?
What?
That episode of Archer?
Actually, I said it much before that episode came out.
What
You're
is
watching
he,
Archer?
What is
What's
he
Archer?
constantly? Oh my
You
god!
can't
we
watch
have to see
it. Lisa won't let you
What
watch
is he
it.
constantly?
Have you
yelling
not
on the
seen Archer?
platform?
I haven't seen Archer.
It's fantastic.
It's
It's
the
in
that
greatest.
Yeah, when they're standing on the
One
platform.
of the best
before they go
shows
the train,
on
before he
TV,
goes to,
hands
like,
down.
the opening,
I'm
he's
not
like,
lying about it.
Your show,
Oh my God.
World's Greatest Nerd, is coming back for a second season.
Yes.
I saw that. I was
What's that?
excited.
But Archer is
The best show ever.
It
What
is.
is
He's a secret
Yeah,
agent.
whoa, whoa.
He's never seen
Archer.
it.
What?
Something rendition. It's like.
Hey, just for the
rendition,
record, I can't stand Archer. I can't. I watched
Oh, it's the funniest
I watched the
thing
first
ever.
two episodes. I can't get into it.
How are you an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I can't. I'm done.
You're gone.
I'm done. I'm gone.
How many episodes did you make, man?
I watched 6 episodes.
So you're caught up.
I gave it
Six.
almost.
It's the best
So
episode.
What are they on, like,
ever.
7,
You're
8
sticking
or
with
something
it?
like that?
Oh, it is the
You're on
best
board.
show
It's
ever.
terrible.
She's talking about Archer.
Oh, no, we're talking about Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh no, Archer.
Oh,
No.
Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Archer
is shit.
is.
Yeah.
I'll watch Archer. I hear you guys.
He's a spy.
Get on board.
I'll check it out. I'll let you know.
You
He's
either
a
love it or
spy.
you hate it, and I apparently just don't get it or I hate it.
These guys didn't warn me about the 5th season of Fringe, dude, so I don't know. I'm not
Hey, don't blame me on the Fringe. Don't put me in that group.
Within 15 seconds, they're making Greek anal sex jokes.
Yeah.
Which is why I can't watch it until 11 o'clock at night when everybody's asleep. And then I'm just sitting
And I really prefer Roman anal sex
going, am I
jokes.
supposed to be laughing at this? Because I don't get
Oh
it,
my
man.
god, it's the best show.
Everything in the show is a joke. You just have to be smart enough to get it.
Gotcha.
To me, it's like South Park. I just...
Is this Archer?
Yeah, watch for a second.
Admittedly, the first episode was kind of clunky.
Yeah.
I watched the first two, and I just wasn't on board.
What
You
channel?
have to get into like
It's on Netflix.
halfway through season
FX.
1, and then it just gets so
Season
much
4
better.
is starting in a week.
This is
Yeah.
Archer.
Duchess. Known from Berlin to Bangkok as the world's most dangerous spy. So for us, this is, how
I
you
would
say,
say, a good get.
a good get. But not so good for you, Mr. Archer. Because you have information that I want. And this may be old cliche, but we have ways of making you talk.
What, your little go-kart battery?
Golf cart.
Whatever. Would you pick an accent and stick with it?
Listen here, you little bitch. Now you did it.
What is the point of these simulations?
Crenshaw's arousal?
If you don't take them seriously.
How can I? Between his lame accent and the go-kart battery.
Golf cart.
Shut up. And speaking of lame, my code name
Was
is...
chosen at random by the ISIS computer.
Random? It was your dog's name.
Oh, Duchess.
That's his mom, by the way.
I loved her so much.
That it was creepy and pathetic?
And if you were half as smart as she was.
She wasn't too smart to die from eating chocolate, was she?
Exercise terminated.
Alright, that's lunch then.
Agent performance unsatisfactory.
Oh, come on. At worst, that was needs improvement.
Jesus.
What, think this is a game? No, I think Jenga's a game. You'd be trying to suck a promotion out of some Russian guy's cock.
Well, maybe I never get promoted.
And never will.
Because my mommy's not the boss.
And maybe you just got your face kicked off. That is my foot in your face. Smell the embarrassment. Mother, did you see that? Mother! Mother!
That's Archer.
Very nice, man.
He's in, I can tell.
I love that show.
How many episodes do we have?
Three seasons.
Three seasons.
And they're 10 or 12 episodes.
4 seasons.
No, we're going into 4.
No.
We're going into 5?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
we're
4 is about to come out on Netflix like this
Yeah.
week.
Okay. But there's only like 10 or 12 episodes per.
He's scared of the Predator, by the way.
Who is it?
Well, he thinks it's
No,
real.
the swamp episode.
No,
is-
the swamp
wait until you
episode is
learn
the
what his
greatest.
most irrational fears are and
Yes.
why they're his most irrational fears.
That's the whole episode is about it.
Not the
I
Predator.
All right,
love-
so
I love the season 4 one with the friend, and he goes out in the snow and he sees Cyril's orange outfit that has been, he's like taken off and he's on snow, and he's like, well, this doesn't make sense unless the predator doesn't hunt in colder climates, does it?
I haven't watched season 4 yet.
it's very
God.
good.
You need to watch it because it has an
Oh,
entire
it's at
El
the-
Camino full of rampage.
Oh,
It's
shit.
got the...
When he gets his spy car,
Shark.
I love that. He's like, woo! Yeah!
My favorite Archer episodes are Placebo Effect.
Which one was that?
That's the one with the fake chemo drugs.
Oh, yeah.
And the one from season 4, can't think of
Oh, the fake chemo drugs.
Yeah.
It's
I love
the
Cyril's
greatest
spy training.
episode.
Rampage!
Rampage!
That one and the one from season 4, I can't think of the name of it, but where they're trying to stop the North Koreans from buying plutonium. Oh, it's the honeymoon. I think it's called the honeymoon.
Yeah, when they're in.
That is probably my absolute
Honeypot.
favorite.
No, honeypot is the Cuban one from.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, this is the honeymoon.
That one
Oh,
was funny too.
That is the honeymoon is
where
probably
where
my
you can't say
favorite
what he
episode.
does because that's the whole joke, and you don't want to ruin it for David.
No, the honeymoon is my absolute
So
favorite.
where are you guys? Do you guys want to continue one more,
Yes.
or do you want to end?
No, we're going to 6:30.
We're going to 6:30. I didn't know that.
We
Okay.
should get on it.
Oh. I didn't know there was a time limit on this one.
Well, I don't know. He said another hour and a half, and he said that, so that's 6:30.
David said that. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
The other thing, can I tell them what I just told you?
Absolutely, absolutely, guys. We got a big problem.
These things can telepathically speak with sharks, he remembered. So they can actually talk to them and say, like, just simple phrases like, come here, protect me, attack.
Get help.
Salty's on it, dude. He's riding the shark.
Oh. In many ways.
And you're 2 crew members down now.
No, we're still 1 up.
Plus 1 for the day.
No,
Well-
2 redcoats died.
We got 3, we lost 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's plus 1.
for the day.
Absolute value. Don't you remember absolute value?
-2. It is what you're...
Extraordinary rendition.
Extraordinary rendition.
Stop
So we're
yelling
good on
that. Nobody
food, but we're
knows what
still
it
low
means.
on supplies. And
Well, and that's the other thing. These fish really smell.